What's going on, everybody? We're going to get ready to get started in just a moment. We got some picks coming in, and we are definitely going to talk about it as we get ready for the Truth Legal Report. But this is my picks edition, as we're going to go through all the games. We're going to go through all the games that are going to happen on Sunday and on Monday, with the exception of the Tennessee Titans Buffalo Bills game. I will be doing that one. I will be doing that one on Monday after we review the week's games. So we're definitely going to go into that in just a bit. I ask everybody, make sure y'all share this show out to everybody. We're going to get started in about a minute, and then we're going to go ahead. We're going to run through these picks. We're going to run through these games, and we're going to, who we think is going to win each of these games and everything. Now, I will have the point spreads showing. I will not be, choosing who, covers the spread and who doesn't, things like that. I'm not going to really do that, but I will put that up there for betting purposes because I know there are some who are betting on these games. So that's something that's going to be pretty apparent. So we're definitely going to go into that. Again, make sure y'all share this show out. Share it out to everybody. That way we get started, whether it's on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, or YouTube. Definitely share that show out. And we are going to get ready to get started in just a few moments. So let's get ready for the Truth League Report. And we're going to be talking picks. So we're going to have a good time. Let's get started.
Good evening, Titan Nation. How is everybody
What's going on, football fans? How's everybody doing? Welcome into the Truth League Report. My name is Chris, aka Blue Enforcer, aka The Truth, and we're going to have a very good time on this show as we are looking at the picks for this week and the picks for these games coming up. So definitely make sure y'all tune into the show. Definitely make sure y'all share this show out to everybody, and definitely share the show out on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. Definitely share this show out to everybody, and we are going to get ready to get started in just a few moments, and we're going to definitely get into these games in particular, and we are going to have a really good conversation about who we think are going to win these games and things like that. So again, make sure y'all share this show out to everybody, and we are definitely going to be getting started. So we got a lot of games to get into. We had a good game on Thursday night. We had a good game on Thursday night with the Chargers and the Chiefs, which were both really, really good games. The Chiefs, of course, coming away with the victory, and I thoroughly enjoyed it with Amazon. I just thought that was pretty cool on that. So I'm glad I was able to actually watch it and everything. But it was definitely a very good game. I thought that the Chargers probably were going to win, but then Justin Herbert got hurt and everything like that. So once that happened, some things kind of went south for for the Chargers right there, and then of course, getting the win would of course be the Kansas City Chiefs. And I was just on a podcast earlier, and a lot of people were talking about, well, either them or Buffalo, and I'm thinking to myself, until the Chiefs fall, until the Chiefs are taken down, at home like that, I'm going with the Eagles. I'm going with the Chiefs until somebody proves differently. So, until then, I got to stick with the Chiefs as far as them being a dominant, a dominant force in the AFC and in the NFL in particular. But we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road, and we're going to get into these early. We're going to start with the early games, and then we're going to go into the late games, and then I'm going to do the. I know there's 2 Monday night games. We're going to definitely go into one of them. Again, the Titans and Bills. I will discuss that more on the Truth League Report Week 2 recap. And we'll talk about that as we do a pregame. I'm also going to be doing a pregame for that. I'll be doing a live watch party as well of the Titans and Bills on Monday night as well. So definitely come join me there on Titans and Truth for the live watch party. I will definitely be sharing that show out as well. But again, make sure y'all hit that like button. Definitely go ahead and smash that like button. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the show, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that way you know when things are going on. You will also know when I am going live and everything like that. So definitely do that as well. And if you can't catch it on YouTube, you can always catch it on any of our podcast networks on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts. Every episode is going to be on those channels. So definitely make sure you check those out as well. So again, make sure y'all follow. Y'all see it on the page on Facebook, TNT Enforcers, on Twitter at TNT Blue Enforcer, and on Instagram at Titans_in_truth. So let's go ahead and get started with the first game on the docket. And I see Titans Rossi is in here. What's going on? Let's get started with the first game on the docket. And that is, you got the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are 3.5-point favorite in this game. Of course, the Ravens coming off of a victory to the Jets, and Miami, of course, defeating the New England Patriots early on. So, I mean, this could be a very good and competitive game. I think there are two nice defenses going at it. And I know there's Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on one side of the offense, but at the same time, on the other side, there is some corners in Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey on the other side. The Ravens defense is very, very good. And I mean, I think this is a very good game to go on. It's a 3.5-point favorite. And of course, I'm looking at this game as far as I think it's going to be a defensive game. But, of course, you got Lamar playing. He is playing for a contract. He is basically hungry, saying that the Ravens should have paid me, and I'm just going to go out here and show them why they should have paid me, and now why it's going to be more expensive later on to afford me. So I'm just sharing the show out. So I like a motivated Lamar Jackson. I mean, Lamar Jackson is extremely motivated. He is hungry as all get out. And Tua still has those questions. Can he be a franchise quarterback, even though he has 2 speed demons on the outside? I think this game is going to be very close. I think it's going to be a very good game. But I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens on this one. And I think it's going to be a really good game. And I just see Baltimore. They're at home. I think they're the better defense. I think they have the better. I think offensively, the running game is going to be very good. So I like the Ravens in this game right here. So the next game I'm going with, you got the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Foxborough to play the New England Patriots. And the Patriots are indeed a 2.5 point favorite in this game. And you know, the Patriots, I'm just not sure how I feel about them. I'm not sure what to think when it comes to them. I am not 100% confident that they, have what it takes, even though they got, quote unquote, the greatest coach of all time in Bill Belichick. I don't know if Mac Jones is the guy that can carry them. And, they're at home and everything, but at the same time, you got Pittsburgh coming in, who just came off of a big high, defeating the defending AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals at home. And I mean, that was a crazy game that happened, but they ended up getting a big win. Now, the question is, are they a little hung over from that? You still got Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they have no TJ Watt for the next 6 to 8 weeks. But in this game, something just tells me I have to, in this situation, I'm leaning with the Pittsburgh Steelers on this one. I think the Steelers still have a pretty good defense. They still have Cam Hayward. They still got Devin Bush, Minka Fitzpatrick, and they got Highsmith bringing the pass rush. Now, the pass rush does take a hit. That is no lie. Their pass rush definitely takes a hit, but I think they could still get around that. I am going with the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game here. So, next game on the docket, you got the New York Jets traveling to Cleveland to take on the Cleveland Browns, who are favored by 6.5. And remember, if you're joining on Facebook, make sure you hit the permission link, give permission so that your name is showing. That way I can show some love to you for coming on the show and everything. I know somebody is saying the Steelers will lose. We're definitely going to find out with that. But I just think the Steelers could be a little bit better, even though TJ Watt is not in the fold. But in this game, I'm not really going to waste a lot of time on this one. I mean, the Jets, I don't know how they're going to score. You got Joe Flacco at quarterback, and he might throw you a pick or two. And this defense with Myles Garrett is very good. Denzel Ward on the other side, on that side at corner as well. Even though you got Jacoby Brissett, you still got Nick Chubb running the ball, Kareem Hunt as well, a very good offensive line with the Cleveland Browns. So I am definitely going with the Browns on this one. I think the Browns get the job done in this game. So I like the Cleveland Browns here, and it's really not that difficult of a choice. So Cleveland Browns there. The next game, you have the Washington Commanders coming off of a victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars, going up against the Detroit Lions, who look very much improved in their game against the Philadelphia Eagles, even though they lost by 3. And I was mad that the Eagles did not cover a 5.5-point spread that I was trying to bet on. And the Detroit Lions are very good at backdoor covering. They're a 1.5-point favorite. And when it comes to Detroit, sometimes they just know how to let you down. They know how to let you down. They know how to mess things up for you. And they did that for me last week. And I was not very happy about it that the Eagles couldn't hold serve. So, with that being said, in this game, even though Carson Wentz stinks, they still got Antonio Gibson. They still have a very good defensive line on the other side as well. And something just tells me Detroit is going to find a way to mess this up. So I'm going with the Commanders on this one to win. I mean, I'm not very confident in this pick either, to be perfectly honest. But I'm going to go with the Commanders here to get the win and push to a surprising 2-0. I mean, I can't believe I'm actually saying that when it comes to the Washington Commanders, although I have a friend I have one of my best friends who is a major Commanders fan. You know, I know she'll probably not like, me bashing her team, which I'm not trying to do that, but I am going to go with the Commanders to win this game. Landon, what's up with you, sir? Welcome in. Just doing my picks for this week. Next up, you have the Indianapolis Colts. Now we go AFC South. A couple of rivals of mine, 3.5-point favorite are the Indianapolis Colts, but they're going to Jacksonville, a place that has been nothing but a house of horrors for the Indianapolis Colts the last couple of years. They lost to the Jags to begin the year back in 2020, and that basically was the Jags' only win. That was their only win of the year, and that basically cost them the AFC South by that one game. And then last year, they had a shot at making the playoffs. All they had to do was beat the Jaguars in Jacksonville, and they did not pull it off, and they ended up missing the playoffs. So, even though technically the Colts have the better team, the Jags do have, even though Trevor Lawrence has struggled some, I think they have a decent coach in Doug Peterson now, and they got rid of that crap show known as Urban Meyer. So I think the luck continues for the Jaguars. I'm taking the Jags in an upset, and I think it would be so funny if that happens. Already had a tie against the Texans, now come back and they lose to the Jags in Jacksonville. That would be so messed up for the Indianapolis Colts, but I definitely can see that happening. The next game, another 12 o'clock game, and I almost want to call this a toilet bowl game, and that is the Carolina Panthers going up to New York to the Big Apple to face the all of a sudden rejuvenated New York Football Giants, who by the grace of God upset my Tennessee Titans. They are a 2-point favorite here against the Carolina Panthers, and I'm not really going to waste anybody's time. I mean, I like Saquon Barkley. He's a heck of a back. You got Daniel Jones versus Baker Mayfield. And, I mean, Carolina did not look great last week. You kind of worry about Run CMC's health. You got two good running backs in this situation. And I'm having a tough time choosing this game. I really am. I really don't know which way to go on this one. But something just tells me I should go with the Giants here. As much as I don't want to, and I would like to wish nothing, I would like to wish nothing but ill will on the New York Giants. I just don't think Carolina's that great. So that's why I think I'm going with the Giants here. Next up, we're going to start going into our late slate of games now. And this is the last early game of the day. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a 2.5-point favorite going on the road to New Orleans. And here is the question here. Now, Tampa Bay had a pretty good game against the Dallas Cowboys, and they were able to beat the Cowboys, I believe, 19-3. The Saints, of course, struggled a little bit with Atlanta, but found a way to pull it out by 1. And again, in this game, I know it's at home, and I know it's been a troubling place to be for one Tom Brady. He's had some trouble there. But at the same time, the Saints did trade away their safety in Gardner Johnson. He's in Philly now, and they still got weapons galore. You still got Godwin. You still got Evans. You got Julio Jones now, Cameron Brate. Even though the Saints defense is pretty good, you got Jameis Winston at quarterback. And Jameis could throw you a pick or two. So in the end of the day, here, I'm going with the Bucks. I think the Bucks get off the schneid in New Orleans, take care of business, and I think they get the job done in the Big Easy. So I'm going with the Bucks. Now to the late games. And now we're going to the late games of the day, starting in Vegas. Raiders, Cardinals. The Raiders are a 5.5-point favorite at home, even though they're coming off of a loss to the LA Chargers. The Arizona Cardinals got completely blasted by the Kansas City Chiefs 44-21, and Patrick Mahomes threw all over them. And I'm just thinking the Raiders have a pretty good offense too, with Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller, and of course Devontae Adams on the other side. I just don't think that Arizona has a defense that can stop them at this point, and I kind of want the Raiders to kind of come in on a high because they play my Titans week 3, so that maybe we take them down and kind of shut them up a little bit. So with that being said, 5.5-point favorite, Raiders, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, I know he just signed a new deal and everything. He still doesn't have DeAndre Hopkins for these first few games and things like that. I mean, I think it's going to be, it could be a shootout and everything, but I'm going with the Raiders here to get the win there. And they go to 1-1. I think the Cardinals fall to 0-2. Now we go out to LA. The LA Rams are 10-point favorite over the Atlanta Falcons. And all I can say is I feel so sorry for Atlanta. I feel sorry for Marcus Mariota. I feel sorry for Arthur Smith because they're about to play a really, really angry LA team that's had more than 10 days, that's going to have at least 9 to 10 days to prepare for this game. And they're going to be angry. They felt like they got humiliated at home. They got humiliated. They got beat down, and they're going to want to make a statement at Atlanta's expense, and I think they're going to do that. Again, no disrespect to Marcus Mariota, but the Rams are going to beat the crap out of them, and it's not even going to be funny how that goes down. I have the Rams winning this game. Now, a funny pick here. The Dallas Cowboys. They were 7.5-point favorites. I'm pretty sure this line has got to change unless I got it completely wrong. And I'm sorry, I'm still sharing the show out to everybody, and everything. So, I mean, the Cowboys being a favorite, I think that's mainly because they're at home. And I don't know why they're favored. I have no understanding how the Cowboys. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. They are not 7-point favorites. They're 7-point dogs. Excuse me. So this graphic is incorrect as far as I'm concerned. Cowboys and Bengals. Bengals are 7-point favorites. They're 7-point dogs in this game. And let's see. So, it's going to be really hard for the Cowboys to really do anything in this game. I don't know how they're going to do this without Dak Prescott at quarterback. I don't know how they're going to do anything. And it's going to be hard for them to be able to, move the ball down the field and to make plays and everything when they got a backup quarterback coming in, and you have a very angry Bengals team coming in who let one slip away against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they let that one slip away, and they're going to come in. Jamar Chase is going to get the ball, and Joe Burrow's going to throw for a lot of yards. There we go. That's the right way it's supposed to look. And Joe Burrow is going to throw for a lot of yards and everything like that. And I do not like the Cowboys' chances in this game. It doesn't feel good to me for them or anything like that. I am going Bengals all day long. So again, y'all, I had to fix that graphic. I got that incorrect. Yeah. Bengals are a 7-point favorite, and I think they're going to take care of business and cover. So I had to fix that. Thank you, Landon. I had to fix that. So the Sunday night game, Packers, Bears. At Lambeau Field, it will be the Packers home opener. And, the Packers coming off of a humiliating loss to the Minnesota Vikings, whereas the Bears, in a monsoon, in a rainstorm, found a way to beat the hapless San Francisco 49ers. Packers are a 10-point favorite. I don't know if they cover this, honestly. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is having to learn to trust some new guys as receivers because he doesn't have Devontae Adams with him. And, I mean, the Bears do have a pretty stingy defense. So I think this game could be a lot closer than people expect. It's a rival. It's like one of the big rivalry games of the NFL, hands down. And so I just think that this could be a very close game, but I am going with the Green Bay Packers to win. I think the Green Bay Packers are better than the Bears. Justin Fields, I don't know if he's going to be able to handle, Lambeau like that, and the fact that the Packers are going to be coming in a tad upset with how things went down. So I definitely see the Packers winning this game. And, I like I like Green Bay at home. I think Green Bay gets back on track, takes care of business, and gets the win there. And let's see, we got a couple of comments in. Yeah, Ja'Marr Chase is great with the ball. Micah Parsons, Micah Parsons is an incredible player. For the Cowboys. I mean, can do everything and do it well. Trevon Diggs, I know he's good at getting his hands on the football, but he does tend to get beat quite a bit. So that could be something that is a bit of a problem for Dallas going forward. But I definitely do like Micah Parsons a lot. So shout out to Titan Fox there for that. But yeah, Landon, I did fix all of that. So now the last game that we have is one of the Monday night games, and that is the Philadelphia Eagles, a 2-point favorite against the Minnesota Vikings. So they're a 2-point favorite, and Jalen Hurts, they're coming off of a victory over the Detroit Lions, and I definitely do like. I hate that the Eagles got AJ Brown. I hate that they got AJ Brown. I think that the Eagles do have a very good defensive line. These are two probably good offensive lines. Two good defensive lines that might be going at it and everything. This is in Philly. And so, even though Minnesota did very well, definitely with Justin Jefferson, and also you got Kirk Cousins just trying to, really establish himself as a good quarterback. I'm almost trying to say I'm thinking about leaning towards the Vikings here on this, but it is a road game, and you're going to be in a hostile environment. You're definitely going to be in a hostile environment. So I am definitely going to have to go with the Eagles here. I think the Eagles are the better team. I think they have the better advantage. And I like Philly in this situation. And I think Philly is going to do a really good job. And I think Philly is going to take care of business and get the win. And I do see that I think I might have forgotten a game. And I will definitely fix that problem in just a moment. I thought I had this fixed. Give me just a second. With San Francisco and Seattle. So let me get that up for everybody, and we will definitely talk about this as well. I apologize to the Seahawks and 49er fans out there that I did not mention this sooner, but I'm going to go ahead. I will definitely make sure I talk about that. And that is, you do have the 49ers 9-point favorites at home against the Seattle Seahawks. And that game against the Bears, that was a pretty bad loss for the San Francisco 49ers. A really bad loss for them on that, because I had the 49ers winning that game. I think the weather has something to do with it. And then again, you also got to figure this out. The 49ers, Trey Lance is about to go into a hostile environment. That is the 12th man, Lumen Field. And if anybody knows, Lumen Field in Seattle is one of the toughest, if not the toughest place to play in the NFL. The 12th man is loud and proud. The 12th fan, I should say. They are the only team in the NFL that has an official jersey that's strictly dedicated to their fans. That is an official jersey. 12 fan on the back. The Seahawks. And they're riding high off of that win over Denver. I think the 49ers are struggling, and I think they could struggle here. I think this is definitely one of my upset specials. I'm going Seahawks. I am going Seahawks. I think the Hawks get the win, and I think they look really good doing so. Joseph coming in saying Seahawks over 49ers. Oh, I'm sorry. They're playing in Santa Clara. They ain't playing in Lumen Field. I'm sorry. They're playing at Levi Stadium. But again, I think the pressure is on Trey Lance. I think the pressure is definitely on him. And I don't know if he's ready to deliver. And I think the Seahawks have a chance. I think they'll definitely have a chance to cover. I really do. I think they definitely have a chance to cover, without a doubt. Let's see. Titan Fox says if AJ Brown puts up numbers, they have a great shot, but I think it'll be close. Come down to Kirk blowing it at the end. Don't quote me, but quote me. I feel you. Power Hour saying Truth getting some work done tonight. Gotta get a little work done. So Landon says the Titans will regret letting AJ Brown go. I agree with that. So I'm going with the Seahawks here. And again, I know a lot of people wondering, why am I not talking Titans Bills? That's because I'm saving that for Monday night. I'm saving it for Monday night. We're gonna have we're gonna do the Truth League report where I go over the games. I'm gonna go over all the games from the week. I'll have my top 5 picks. I'll have all the scores underneath. I'll have my top 5 games from Sunday, and also my top 5 ballers. And then we will do we'll definitely do a TNT pregame of the Titans Bills. And then, of course, we'll have a live watch party. Giving my reactions as the game is going on. Now, I did make a pick on TNT tonight on Wednesday. So if you kind of want to get a sneak peek, go back and watch that show and check out the pick that I made for that game. Well, we will definitely go into that. I know we will definitely go into that on Monday a lot more, but it's going to definitely be fun. And Kyle Phillips is questionable, even though he says he's definitely he's been practicing and he's definitely going to try to give it a go and things like that. So I think Kyle Phillips will play. And unfortunately, Christian Fulton will be out of this game, and Dontrell Hilliard will be out as well. The Bills are going to be missing Ed Oliver in this game also, but it's going to be very interesting. So definitely join me on Monday night, and we will definitely go into that game, Bills, Titans, a whole lot further. So y'all let me know what y'all think of my picks. Did you like them? Do you disagree with them? And everything. So let me know what you think. And Landon says, has to pick change. I am not going to give away a nugget just yet. You'll have to tune in on Monday to find out. Sorry, but I got to tease you a little bit. So, everybody, those are my picks for week 2. Join me on Monday afternoon. On Monday afternoon, we will definitely go over those picks we'll go over those games and everything. I may go live on Sunday night. I might do that instead for the Truth League Report, reviewing the games from Sunday. I think that's what I will probably do. And then that way, Monday, I'm dedicating that completely to Titans Bills. So Sunday night, I will recap games. Even while the Bears and the Packers are going on, we'll definitely talk about that. So everybody, thank y'all for tuning in to the Truth League Report. I'm your man, Chris, a.k.a. Blue Enforcer, a.k.a. The Truth. Super chats are definitely appreciated as well. So if you do that, you're helping me. You're helping the channel advance and things like that. And I'm trying to bring a lot of NFL fans in, both male and female. So definitely pass the word out to all your fellow NFL fans out there. So we'll definitely talk about that. And Titan Fox is wondering if my pick is going to change. We'll see about that. But everybody, thank y'all for tuning into the show. I'm your man, Blue Enforcer, a.k.a. The Truth. Y'all have an excellent and fun rest of your Saturday night. I'm going to finish watching some college ball. I holla. And y'all, I'll tighten up a little bit as well.